The crisp fall wind sliced through Willow Creek, Texas, like a knife, carrying the scent of fading cornfields and something darker, something that promised upheaval. Sarah Jenkins stood at the window of her old Victorian home, now a quiet bed and breakfast on the edge of town, watching a pickup truck kick up dust on the gravel road. At 48, she was still striking, with silver streaks in her chestnut hair and curves that time hadn't stolen. The man stepping out was tall, muscled from years of oil rig work, his cowboy hat shading eyes she recognized instantly. Dylan Carter, the kid who'd crashed on her couch when his old man got mean after too many beers. The boy who'd shared dinners with her and her son, Luke, like he was family. He'd left 8 years ago, chasing roughneck jobs up in North Dakota with Luke. But this wasn't a boy anymore. Her pulse quickened as he approached, his stride confident, his face weathered. What burden was he carrying? And why did her skin tingle at the sight of him, like she was young again? Dylan's boots thudded on the porch, 3 firm knocks echoing through the empty house. The oil boom had busted, and guests were rare these days. Sarah smoothed her jeans and opened the door. Time froze. The scrawny teen was gone. In his place stood a man built like steel, stubble shadowing his jaw, green eyes hiding storms. His flannel shirt hugged a chest forged by hard labor, and when he tipped his hat, sun-bleached hair tumbled forward. "Sarah," his voice rumbled, deeper now, edged with gravel from dusty roads and late nights. "You're all grown up," she whispered, her throat tight. His gaze lingered on her, intense, before he looked away. "Ma'am, I need to talk to you about Luke." The world spun. She stepped back, dizzy. "Come in." The house was silent as she led him to the kitchen, where he'd scarfed down her homemade chili as a kid. "Coffee." Her hand shook. He shook his head. "Sarah, there's no gentle way. He's gone." The words punched her gut. She gasped, bending over the table. "Ow!" Rig accident in the Dakotas. Explosion during a night shift. "Luke, he tried to save a couple of guys." Dylan's voice broke. "I'm so damn sorry." She crumpled, and he was there, arms wrapping around her, his warmth seeping through her grief. She felt his heartbeat racing, his scent of leather, sweat, and man. "I should have been there," he murmured into her hair. "Should have protected him." Pulling back, tears streaming, she saw the agony in his eyes, the way they dipped to her lips before snapping up. "It's not your fault." Their faces inches apart, the air crackled. He stepped away abruptly, grabbing a duffel from the porch. Brought his stuff. Wallet, the letters you wrote him. For 4 days, Sarah holed up in Luke's old room, surrounded by his faded posters of rodeo stars, his battered baseball glove, and books with worn spines. The space still smelled like him motor oil and fresh-cut grass. Dylan haunted the house like a shadow, bringing tea she ignored, sandwiches she picked at. He didn't push words. He just stayed, a solid presence amid her waves of sorrow. On the 3rd day, she found Luke's letters in a shoebox under his Bedivere one-sheet scent, tied with twine. She sobbed, clutching them. "It's my fault. I raised him to be brave, to stand up, and it killed him." Dylan found her on the floor, papers scattered. That evening, he brewed coffee in Luke's favorite mug without thinking, then started to dump it. "Don't," she said softly. "Let me have it." She sipped, and for the first time, a spark pierced the numbness not healing, but a hint of it. They sat at the table, sharing silence, as dusk fell. When she leaned on his shoulder, exhausted, a forbidden warmth stirred. Was it betrayal to feel alive in the arms of the man who'd outlived her son? Dylan lingered, fixing the leaky roof, mowing the overgrown yard, and stacking firewood for winter. She cooked for him steak and potatoes like old times. But the air hummed with tension. She'd catch him staring as she stretched for a high shelf, his eyes tracing her hips, her waist. He'd brush past, his heat electric, handing her a plate with fingers lingering too long. "Remember when Luke bet you $5 to sneak into old man Hargrove's barn?" she said one night, trying to lighten the mood. He chuckled, the sound low and real. "And you caught us, made me confess, and pay him back. You were furious." "I wasn't mad about the dare," he admitted, voice rough. "I was mad because Luke got to call you Mom, and I didn't." The words hung heavy. "Dylan, I know it's wrong," he pressed on. "I should see you as family, but I don't. Never have." She should have recoiled. Instead, heat bloomed low in her belly. "You were just a kid. I stopped being a kid at 17, the day I saw you in that sundress at the county fair. Realized what I felt wasn't brotherly." The memory flooded back, felt his stare, dismissed it as puppy love. "But now, we can't." "I know." He stepped closer, close enough to feel his breath. "But it doesn't stop me wanting you." Her heart raced as his hand cupped her cheek, thumb stroking softly. She leaned in, traitorous body responding. "I dream of you," he whispered. "Your laugh, your smile, the way you hum while baking, the way your jeans hug your curves." "Dylan," she breathed a plea. His forehead touched hers. "Tell me to go. Tell me to hit the road." She opened her mouth, but the lie wouldn't come. She'd noticed him too, the way he'd filled out, his voice turning gravelly, his eyes tracking her with hunger. He wasn't her son. He'd never been. What abyss were they teetering over? That night, she lay awake, hearing him pace downstairs. He'd insisted on the couch, like before. Around midnight, the back door creaked. From her window, she saw him in the yard, shirtless under the moon, swinging an axe at a stump, muscles rippling, sweat glistening. This was a man, hardened by rigs and loss, and he craved her. He looked up, eyes locking on hers. Setting the axe down, he strode inside. Footsteps climbed the stairs. A knock. "Sarah, come in." He entered, chest heaving, wearing only jeans. The moonlight carved him like stone. "Can't sleep." "Me neither." The room thickened with desire. "This is crazy," she whispered. "Yeah." He advanced. "It is. People will talk." "Let him." Another step. "You're old enough to be my." "Don't." His tone sharpened. "You know that's bullshit." Her nightgown was thin. She saw his eyes darken, roaming. "I should make you leave." "You should." He was close now. "But you won't." His fingers traced her neckline, skimming her breast. Fire ignited. She gasped. "Dylan, I know it's sinful," he murmured, nipping her ear, "but I've wanted you forever." She turned, lips brushing his. "Show me." He groaned, kissing her fiercely, tongue claiming. She melted, hands in his hair, as he cupped her breasts, thumbs circling. She felt his hardness against her, his control fraying. "I want you," he panted. "It's killing me." "Then take me." He lifted her to the bed, but tires crunched gravel outside multiple vehicles. They froze. "Damn it," he hissed, peering out. "It's Sheriff Harlan and a couple of others." Her blood chilled, not just the sheriff, but likely Mrs. Wilkins and Pastor Reed, the town gossip. "Get dressed," he snapped, grabbing his shirt. Too late. Pounding on the door. "Sarah Jenkins. Open up." She tied her robe, Dylan behind her as she descended. Opening the door revealed Sheriff Harlan, Mrs. Wilkins red-faced, and Pastor Reed looking grave. "Sarah," the sheriff said, eyeing Dylan's rumpled state. "We got reports." "Disgraceful." Mrs. Wilkins spat. "A woman your age with a boy you practically raised? It's unnatural." "He's not my boy," Sarah said steadily. "Might as well be. Fed him, sheltered a man, now this." Mrs. Wilkins' face twisted. Pastor Reed intervened. "Sarah, this isn't you. Grief's clouding your judgment. He's exploiting it." Dylan tensed. "No one's exploiting anyone." "Watch it, son," the sheriff warned, hand on his belt. I'm not your son, Dylan growled, and I won't let you slander her. Slander? Mrs. Wilkins shrieked. She's dishonoring her dead boy's memory. That snapped him. Dylan lunged. It took both men to restrain him. Don't drag Luke into this. He'd want her happy. Happy. Mrs. Wilkins sneered. This is perversion. I love her, Dylan shouted, the words exploding like gunfire. Silence fell. The sheriff cleared his throat. Carter, best you leave town. No, Sarah said, voice firm. This is my home. He's staying. Sarah, Pastor Reed pleaded. Your reputation. What reputation? A 48-year-old widow in a dying town? I've been alone for 10 years. She grabbed Dylan's hand. Unless I choose otherwise. The trio left muttering, but the damage was done. By morning, her B&B was empty. Guests fled. The diner wouldn't serve her. The grocery clerk ignored her. Whispers followed. Cougar. Cradle robber. It boiled over that night when Dylan hit the local bar for supplies. Sarah knew better was spoiling for a fight. She heard the ruckus from blocks away. Yells, shattering glass. Rushing in, she saw Dylan facing 3 burly locals, lip bleeding, fists ready. Come on, he taunted. Who else calls her a slut? Dylan stopped, but chaos drowned her. One guy charged, Dylan dodged, landing a hook that floored him. Another swung a bottle. Dylan ducked, gut punching him. The third backed off. Had enough. Dylan wiped blood. This ain't right, the third snarled. She's old enough to be your ma. She's not, Dylan roared. She's the woman I love. Deal with it or face me. Sheriff Harlan burst in. Break it up. But the third jeered. Loves the old hag, huh? Playing mommy games. Dylan slammed him against the bar, choking. Say it again. I dare you. The man gurgled. Can't. Breathe. For a terrifying second, Sarah thought he'd kill him. But Dylan saw her, released him. This town's full of hypocrites, he addressed the crowd. You cheat on spouses, dodge taxes, lie in church. But a good woman finds love, and you crucify her? I'm 30, a grown man loving a woman. If that's too much for your pea-brains, screw you. He strode to Sarah, taking her hand. We'll find somewhere else, he said to a heckler. Back home, silence weighed. Sarah bandaged his hands. You made it worse. I defended you. He winced. No one's done that in years. She met his eyes. Dylan, you could start fresh. Find someone your age. His hands gripped hers. Stop. My life's with you. If you'll have me. Tears welled. How? No one will buy the B&B now. We're broke. I've got savings from the rigs. Contacts in Colorado ranch jobs. Marry me, he said, kneeling. Come with me. We'll build a life. People will judge. Let him. In Colorado, we're just Dylan and Sarah Carter. I'm too old for kids. Don't care. The age gap. Do you love me? Yes, she admitted. Damn it, yes. Then that's everything. She glanced around the kitchen of memories, grief, loneliness. Then at him, vibrant, devoted. When? Tomorrow. Trucks gassed up. She laughed through tears. That quick. He pulled her close. We're starting over. Dawn broke gray over Willow Creek. Sarah stood by Dylan's truck with one suitcase. Luke's letters, her old wedding band, and a photo of the 3 of them at a fair. She'd left keys with the sheriff. House shuddered. Last chance, he said, hand in hers. She eyed the towner cage of judgment, then the open road. No turning back. They drove west toward Colorado, leaving whispers behind. In Denver, they married at the City Hall. Simple, real. Dylan landed a foreman job on a spread. Sarah turned their cabin into a home. Years passed. No kids, but love deepened. She baked for ranch hands. He came home to her arms. Willow Creek faded to a bad dream. They were happy, defying odds, building a legacy of their own. What do you think about Sarah and Dylan's story? Was their love worth the scandal? Or should they have played by society's rules? Share your take in the comments. Agree, disagree, spill your thoughts. I'd love to hear your perspective.